Whoa. Good morning, guys. It has been such a while since I've picked up the camera. It may not seem like it because I probably posted a video recently, which would have been my last Japan vlog, but for me personally, it's been a while since I've picked up the camera because, well, I've had a lot going on the last few months that I'm going to fill you in on very soon. Let me quickly go put on some sunscreen first because I'm trying to do, oh my gosh, I just got the sunscreen from my room and then I don't know where to put it. Okay, here it is. Am I like really close up? Oh my god. Oh, I was like zoomed in the whole time. What the hell? Okay. Gonna go put my sunscreen on. Ah, fuck, I just stubbed my toe. So I am gonna have some breakfast. I actually just got up. I'm gonna have some breakfast and then I'm gonna go to the gym because I have been really slacking on my looking after my physical health. So I'm really trying to establish a bit of a routine to prioritize that. However, as you may have seen from the title of this video, or just somewhere in this to do with this video, I have moved to New Zealand. And, well, I've moved back to New Zealand. I grew up in New Zealand. I wasn't born here, and I don't have parents from New Zealand. But when I was about, was it 5 or 6, we migrated to New Zealand. And when I was around 21, I moved to Melbourne by myself. Excuse the lighting. And then, yeah, had been in Melbourne for, was it 21 or 22 I moved there? I don't know, but yeah, I've been in New Zealand in Australia for like 13 years or something. So, ooh, the World Cup's actually on and Japan's playing. So yeah, I've been living in Australia for like 13 years and we, as in my husband and I, yes, I have a husband now. Before he was just my boyfriend and now he is my husband. And we decided to make the move back to New Zealand. It was in January that we decided that because we were actually visiting New Zealand from December to January. And then, so I'm really getting distracted by this World Cup. I need to stop because, you know, my team, it's playing and I'm gonna carry this on later. Okay, it looks like nothing's really happening with this game, so I'm just gonna keep talking. So yeah, I got married last year in September, and hence why I said my husband. We decided to move over here while we were visiting, just because I have been actually wanting to come back to New Zealand for a while. I really missed it. The longer I was away from New Zealand, the more I started to appreciate it. And I feel like I'm grateful for the opportunity that Melbourne gave me and the people that I've met, but I just like the New Zealand lifestyle more. And I did it when I was young because I was young and I was like, New Zealand's so small, I want to live somewhere bigger where there's more stuff going on. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but I'm 35 now. 35. And I just appreciate the tranquility and the peace New Zealand gives me. I just feel like New Zealand is really good for the soul. Unfortunately, it is quite expensive here, which is why a lot of New Zealanders move to Australia. But if you are in a position you can live here, Like, we live with my mum right now, and that's not going to be a forever thing. But, you know, we're very lucky that we are able to live with her and save quite a lot of money on rent, because rent is expensive here. And yeah, and it actually was a better move for my husband. Probably better to be here for his career than in Australia. Usually it's the other way around, but yeah. I also feel like I don't know how to multitask. I've just been standing in the kitchen. I'm supposed to be cooking breakfast. Yeah, I also feel like in Australia, it's really easy to, it's much easier in Australia to find work and to make a lot of money, even for low-skilled jobs, which is really great and convenient, obviously, but I also feel like it can lead to complacency sometimes, because you just don't have to work as hard over there to get things. Australians may disagree with me, and that might be because they're so accustomed to the Australian way of life, but there is a reason why a lot of New Zealanders move to Australia, and it's not just, I'm not saying that the only reason is money and economical factors, but I think that's a huge part of why New Zealanders move there. And I have heard some Kiwis say that if they could afford to live in New Zealand, they would stay here, you know. So it's understandable why they would leave, but I was ready to come back after 13 years, and I have never slept better, let me tell you. Guys, Japan just scored, and it was a beautiful goal. But it is still, there's still like, how much longer is it to go? 30 minutes, so anything can happen. Yeah. Alright, that'll do. Whatever. I'm trying to put in 180 grams of yogurt because per serving, that's the serving size, and you get 14 grams of protein per serving, as I just said. Now we're gonna do a few bit of honey. I'm just gonna add like 5 grams of honey, or around about 5 grams. Yeah, that'll do. Whatever. Oh my gosh, the Dutch just scored again. I think like 4 minutes after the other goal, or 5 minutes or something. See, told you. World Cup, these things, soccer or football, apologies, you know, I'm not on team soccer or team football, whatever, but this sport, you just never know. It's so unpredictable, honestly. Some of the teams that you don't expect to win sometimes win, and because there's so much at stake, and there's it's not like basketball where you're just point after point after point running up and down the court, you know. This is
With ease of stopping it direct. Difficult to stop. It's a really good save actually, this Suzuki goal. Cuts inside though, and it hits it hard. Right into that near.
Oh, damn it. God damn it. Fuck my life. I just wanted to say that I am not bagging on Australia at all. I think there is no perfect country out there. Every country has its good and bad. New Zealand's got its bad. It's also got its good. Australia's got its bad, and it's got its good as well. And they're both just different, right? And I think it's up to the independent, up to the individual to decide what works for them the most and the best, and that will often be determined by what you value and what you really need in your life at that stage and want different things in life. So it's not me condemning or putting down one or the other, but that was just my opinion on sort of what I found being over there, like regarding the how much easier it is to build a life for yourself, which is a great thing, right? But for me, I found that did lead me to complacency. So I also went through a lot of a bit of trauma in Australia that I won't go into, but I couldn't really disassociate that from my environment, so I just needed a change. And I'm very lucky that my partner, I might be calling him my partner a lot, even if we're married, because I'm just not used to saying, I mean, I know I already said my husband multiple times before, but that's like the first time I've actually ever used it so consecutively. It still feels weird to me. Yeah, I was very lucky enough that he was willingly wanting to move as well, because I was willing to wait for him until he was ready, but he was the one that sort of initiated the move and was like, okay, let's do it, let's just do it now. And then within a few months we were back here. So I'm gonna have my coffee and then we're gonna head to the gym, and I will probably be talking about my move to New Zealand here and there, whether it's in this vlog or other vlogs, but we'll get through it, you know, this time. There's no rush, there's no hurry. I don't have anything better to do anyway than to talk to you guys. I'm joking, of course. I mean, you guys are great to talk to, even if it's a one-sided conversation. But I just mean that I do have other things going on, although I'm not working yet. And that's something that's giving me a bit of anxiety because I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't really want to go back into teaching, but I may do a bit of casual teaching just to make a little bit of money, or to have money coming in. We'll see. This is a denki poto, we call in Japanese, and it just has hot water in it, and you don't have to keep boiling the water throughout the day like you would with a kettle. It's really great for winter time when you want to drink a lot of hot drinks, or have maybe, if you want to, let's say, have instant noodles. You don't have to boil the kettle, you just dispense from here and it just comes out of there. It's great. A lot of Japanese households have this actually. It's very old school, it's been around for a long time. Cheers. I saw this girl online once drinking coffee out of a straw, and she said she does it to try and prevent as much teeth staining as possible, which I thought was really interesting. So, I mean, I know that I don't have the whitest teeth, but if I can stop them from getting yellower, then I'm gonna do that. Who knows if this actually works. It probably doesn't, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I had to turn the TV off the World Cup because there was about 4 minutes left of the game and Japan was down 1 point, and I was like, there's no way they're going to score another point in the last minute, so let's just give it to Netherlands. We know it's their game. So yeah, anyway, Netherlands has always been a pretty good team though. They're quite competitive. Did they win the World Cup once, like a few years back? Anyway, I don't remember, but yeah. So congratulations, Netherlands. Hello. What are you doing? Say hi to the camera. Say hi to my six subscribers. Say hello to them, Neko. Come back. Say hi to my 6 subscribers.
Saturday. Cheers, lady. Just us. It's just us. Sutton left town. Yes, Sutton. Where'd she go? I was with her.
Okay, the lighting is terrible in here. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm not filming my workout because I'm quite new to this gym and it's just not something I feel comfortable with. Off to the gym we go. I just got done with the gym. I'm gonna go home now. But first, I have to wish my friend a happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Madeline. Happy birthday to you. Let's go home. I want to show you guys this hoodie that I got myself. It's coffee themed, and I actually was gonna get a bubble tea one, or boba, but I didn't like that they had, so you know how this one has coffee beans outside of the coffee itself as well? Coffee? Yeah, sorry. The boba ones, they had the boba pearls inside the cup, as you would see normally, but they also had, you know, I guess to fill in the gaps, like little boba pearls outside too, like 3 of them together and stuff. But it looked like rabbit droplets. So I said, no, I'm not wearing that. That looks like rabbit poop. But then I got this, and these also look like little poops, but they still look more like coffee beans than they look like poop. So anyway, that is why I didn't get it. And the reason why I got a hoodie in the first place was because there was this deal that was buy one of the original hoodie designs and get the second one for $8, which is really good if you know how much hoodies cost. And of course I don't need 2 hoodies, but my friend recently lost 2 of her dogs within like 4 months of each other. Passed away. When I say lost, they didn't like run away or anything. And I saw this one that had staffies all over it, and her first dog that passed away was a staffy as well, and she loves staffies. So I got it for her as like a bereavement gift, or just hope this makes you feel a little better and hope it reminds you of your dog type of gift. Anyway, that's my long-winded story of why I have this hoodie. So today I'm not doing anything particularly special. I need to edit these videos and just other videos, and I'm just going to do a bit of cooking, like meal prepping type of thing. No significant meal prepping yet because I'm not working yet, but I just thought I'd talk. There was one more thing I think I forgot to mention yesterday regarding why I moved here, and it's probably the most important reason, and it's the fact that my parents, my mum just turned 70 a few weeks ago, my dad's going to turn 70 in August, and they are not together. They're separated and have been for a very long time, and they're both single. They both live by themselves. Obviously now we live with my mum, so she's not by herself, but my parents are both single and live alone. And I just feel like, although 70 is not super old and they're still quite very independent and able to take care of themselves, I feel more comfortable being closer to them physically and knowing that I can see them or be there for them whenever they need, because they would never ask me or my sister to come back from Melbourne. They're always very supportive of, you know, what we want to do, and even if they miss us or they want us around, they wouldn't actually ask us to come back if they knew that's not what we wanted. So I just think that knowing that this is a decision that my partner and I made for us, but also has the added bonus of being able to be close to them, and as they get older, I don't want to have any regrets about not having spent as much time with them as possible. And I think that when you live in a different country to your parents or to your family, you start to realize how fast time flies and how old people get very quickly because you're seeing them less often, right? So it's just important for me to be closer to them now at this age. And my sister, she hasn't lived in Melbourne for as long as I have, and she's younger than me as well, so I didn't think that she would be the one to move back to New Zealand first. I think she has a lot more things she wants to explore and offer, and we don't have any other siblings, so I think it's nice to have at least one child, I guess, that's there for the parents in the same country when they're like 70. And like, even my mum, since I've been here, she's injured herself multiple times. Some of them are pure accidents, some of them are self-inflicted because she's a bit clumsy. But even though she wasn't, the first one, the accident, that was not her fault at all. It was actually pretty bad. She had to get surgery because she damaged a tendon. And that happened when I was visiting back in January, and I extended my trip just so I could look after her because she couldn't drive or anything. But even things like that, you know, it's like if nobody was around, how do you manage that type of situation? Luckily in New Zealand, there is great support, like as in external support for that stuff when there are accidents that happen, and, you know, they pay for your medical visits and your transport and that. But still, when you're at home, it's hard to manage yourself when you're older and you're injured and stuff. But anyway, that is a bit of a ramble on the primary reason that I'm back here as well, that I just thought would be worth mentioning, because it's not all just about me being over Australia. So I just finished having my coffee, and I'm watching some Real Housewives right now because, you know, I love my reality TV. Intelligent people watch reality TV too, because apparently for us it's a brain break. Am I calling myself intelligent? Absolutely I am, okay? So, I don't know how the rest of this vlog is gonna go, but you'll see a bit of my life here so far, here and there. Enjoy watching the rest of the vlog. I gotta say, one of my favorite things about living in this house is the endless amounts of sunshine we get in the house. All the natural light, it's the best. Every day, and look, even little Nick was enjoying it. Look at my baby girl. Sunbaking. She never got to experience this in Melbourne. And in the lounge too. See all the sunlight on the couch, floor, and sometimes, oh, if I had that blind open, which I closed it because there was too much of a glare on the TV, there's sunlight all over there too, and Nicole loves sunbaking there too.
As a plus size woman, I want to feel loved. I want to feel desired. Welcome. Oh, I love the glasses. You know, I went to Studio 50 before.
We're gonna give these.
Now we can have a good time. This is fab. Disco.
We're gonna give these desserts a go, or these sweet treats. Okay. Dark chocolate from Uganda. Does that even help? That's so good. And it's 70% dark chocolate. Okay. Now we're gonna try the mitarashi dango and kinako dango. Cheers. It's yum. The camera crooked? Okay, let me take a sip of my tea first before I try the other one. Kinako. This one's really good. think I like this one better than the mitanashi. Yum. Yummy! But this 70% dark chocolate from Uganda, it's amazing. And it's sort of like a, what is it called? Like a ganache? No, not ganache. Just it's a soft chocolate inside. It's not hard or dense.
Keeps telling me I forgive you. We're friends. Clearly, that's not true. Lisa's doing, it's like a 70s dance. She's doing the back pedal.
This is my local beach. It's about 5 minutes walk from my house. It's probably the earliest I've gotten up to go on a walk. As you can see, the sun is still sort of rising. I just feel very lucky to be living close to this kind of scenery. I know not many people have this privilege. I decided to walk outside today. If I want to move my body that day and I'm just trying to get steps in, then I might as well walk outside rather than go to the gym and just walk on the treadmill. Especially considering I have this kind of beach so close to my house and it's so peaceful and quiet here. Why not take advantage? I'm not gonna lie, I almost just slipped on a rock and rolled my ankle. How fucked would that have been if I did that? I would be in so much pain and I wouldn't be able to get back home. I'd have to get someone to pick me up and people are still asleep right now. But it's kind of slippery. So, yeah, I need to pay more attention. See how I almost slipped? I didn't realize that so many people go fishing around this time. And I don't mean like out on the boats or anything, just out from the shore. I can see quite a few people. I'm just sitting on this big rock that's at the end of my end of the beach. When I say my end, it's the end that's closest to my house. And before I walk all the way to the other end of the beach, I thought I would just sit here and contemplate life as people do when they sit in stillness while I listen to the ocean waves crash against the rocks make the sand murkier and squidgier and yeah. So I don't feel too good today because I'm on my period, and that's why I just thought I'd just go for a walk. Just to keep I'm trying this thing where I still move my body on the days I'm on my period, because I have a tendency to just sloth around the house, which there's nothing wrong with, and I think those days are deserved, but I take it to the extremes. The days where I might just walk to the bathroom and back, get food and go back to bed and just sit and eat and binge watch stuff all day. So I thought if I could at least, sorry if I'm not really looking directly at the camera, the sun's right in my eye. If I could at least just go for a walk or do something low impact, 1 hour a day, then I can feel a little better about myself. But you know what's funny? My mum watched one of my vlogs. I think it was a Taiwan vlog. And on that vlog, I had my period as well, and I mentioned it in the vlog. And when I said it, she's like, and I told her, it's not a big deal. I'm not going into detail or anything. I'm just mentioning I've got my period. You're allowed to be transparent on these vlogs. And also there shouldn't be anything taboo about talking about stuff like that. It's just a normal part of being a woman. And yeah, but it made me realize not only is she from a different generation, but culturally speaking, as a Japanese person, they're much more reserved, right? So what you disclose publicly and what you just talk about on a public platform probably differs from what Westerners speak about or what Westerners feel comfortable speaking about. But I mean, I could be generalizing here. However, I do believe Japanese women my mother's age are probably more likely to feel that way, which is also funny because as for a Japanese person, my mum is very unreserved and very outgoing and outspoken, especially for a woman, which I love about her. So it was kind of funny that she was like, when I said period on my Taiwan vlog. Anyway, I'm probably going to continue with this walk because the sun's right in my eye, and I'm sure you guys don't want to just hear me blabbing. I think that most of this vlog is probably just me blabbing. But I thought, considering this is my introductory New Zealand vlog, it would be nice for you guys to come on this walk with me and sort of get a glimpse of my life here, including this amazing beach that is only a 5-minute walk from my house that I could never have dreamt of experiencing in Melbourne, because I lived in the suburbs and honestly I don't even know where the closest beach would have been. I've found that the really nice beaches in Melbourne or in Victoria, which is the state Melbourne's in, are really far out because Melbourne is so big. Victoria is huge. You could be driving an hour and a half and you'd just be going from one suburb to another in Melbourne, whereas here you'd be in a completely different region. Well, New Zealand's obviously much smaller, but let me just start walking while I'm talking. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh, for fuck's sake. Just because I jumped off a rock, I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, Melbourne's huge. Yeah, the really nice beaches are really far out, like an hour drive or something. And if you live in those areas, obviously they're not, it wouldn't be far. But I think what I like about living here is the beach is so close to me, but I'm also not too far from the city. Whereas in Melbourne, if you want to be closer to the really nice beaches, you'd be much further from the city. The city would probably be, well, I don't want to say a day trip, but it could just be much further away, and that's with no traffic. through those rocks for like 5 seconds. My life flashed before my eyes. They were so slippery, and I wasn't distracted, I wasn't on my phone or anything. I was just walking normally. Thank goodness I had a solid core, because if I didn't have that core strength, several limbs and spine would have been compromised. There's a park over there and a lot of kids, well not just kids, but I guess on Saturday mornings kids have their football games. I'm sure the morale is high right now considering the World Cup is on. Alright, I just did a small loop of that park and had to get out of there because there were so many people, so many kids, and it suddenly stopped getting really tranquil and quiet. So, and I didn't want people to think I was being creepy, like filming their kids or something, so I'm leaving. Not that I was filming any kids close up or specifically, I just mean in general, because there's so many kids, you can't just start filming and risk getting them in the shot, you know? That stuff is understandably inappropriate. So anyway, I'm back on the beach now where it's just dogs and predominantly elderly people. My two favorite kinds of beings. So I'm heading home now, and that should wrap up our walk for the day. I do often hear people say that New Zealand is a really great place to raise a family, because I would say it's one of the safest countries in the world, and yeah, I guess there's not too much going on here, which I don't know, it can be a good and a bad thing depending on your perspective. But once again, it's just expensive, unfortunately. Greetings friends. Although I am always wearing this hoodie, it doesn't mean it's always the same day. I've just been wearing it a lot because it's getting quite cold in New Zealand. I thought I'd just close off the vlog here because I realize I don't really do outros on my vlogs, and I probably should start doing it. I just want to say that for those who do watch my vlogs, thank you so much for watching this vlog, and I am very appreciative and grateful for any and every viewer and my subscribers. I know they're low, but the number doesn't really matter. It's more about the fact that there are actually people watching these vlogs and enjoying or being able to relate to my content, which makes me really happy. That's kind of the point of all of this. And I also want to apologize that I know I haven't been consistent enough. I've actually got an iMac now, so that I can process my videos and upload things with way more ease. Before, my MacBook was putting me off vlogging or editing vlogs because there was no storage space, the processing time. there was a whole lot of extra admin I had to do that I shouldn't have had to do on top of the actual editing, and it just made it not so enjoyable for me. But now that I've got my iMac and I have a few things, equipment and stuff that makes it so much easier and more time efficient to put everything together, editing my vlogs should be much easier from now on. So regardless, I do apologize once again for the inconsistency. I'm really going to do my best to keep this up. I really want to try and upload every week, if not every fortnight, but please bear with me if I'm a bit slow. I probably also have ADHD and everything takes me longer to do. But that's a story for another day. So thank you again, and I'm looking forward to making many more New Zealand vlogs, and I really hope that you get something out of the upcoming videos or vlogs regarding New Zealand, and hopefully it will make you even want to visit if you're not from here, because it is a beautiful country and I would like to show more of it. Sorry that you didn't get to see much of New Zealand in this vlog. I just haven't been out much, but hopefully in the next few vlogs I will be able to showcase more. So thanks again for watching, and see you next time.